Today I'm going to share with you how to make a bracelet that has been on my to-do list for the longest time. This horizontal stripe bracelet that focuses on texture rather than pattern. You can see this one's half done. The idea is that you have stripes, however, it's all in the texture. This color is completely hidden, and this color shows. As I show you the process, I'm actually going to show it to you with a gradiated, and that's going to be our hidden color. You do still want it to look nice in case you decide to add any sort of interest. This is a very, very simple bracelet. It could be already exists. I'm loath to say, hey, I invented this, because most things already exist, even if you came up with it on your own. As you can see, because this is one running yarn they're using a lot of, you're going to need it on some sort of base, because you're not going to want to keep that on the skein. It's going to be insane for you. So you're going to want to have it carded or rolled in some way. So I'm going to start with these two colors. The way you're going to set it up, the way I like to set these up, is simply we're going to cut, let's say about 3 times our wrist. We probably don't need that long, but we're going to do 3 times our wrist of this color. And this color, you're going to leave whole. That is an entire skein of floss. All right, so here you have your starting threads. 5 threads that are about 21 inches in length. And the entire, when I start a bracelet off flat, I prefer to start it off literally just the strings taped together. The first few rows are not going to be so easy to do. You're going to sort of have to keep them together, but I find that it's just simpler than trying to control the mess that happens when you have it the other way around. So we're going to tape the 5. Leave a little bit of extra because it might slide a little bit. Then we're going to tape the running thread. And we're going to wrap that. Now you could also hot glue it. I usually hot glue it at the end. Just as much as you can while keeping that flat. I'm going to hot glue it at the end usually, but if you hot glue it, that might just resolve a lot of issues. I just don't like heating up my gun too many times. All right, so that's how you're starting out. Now, the process is going to be so stupidly simple. All right, so you're basically going to take this. This is your running thread. And you're going to forward knot around each of these. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, I'm reminding you, a forward knot is literally, you take the string on the left and you go, around once. Each knot is 2 times around and a second time. So that's the completing the knot. Now make sure to hold these tight for your first row because it's not really fully secured with the tape. The tape helps. Take your next one. You're going to be knotting it. Now you can see that it's not the easiest to use this whole thing. I do have a hack on my blog where I sort of turn a craft stick into, a card that you can use. 1, and then knot again. All right, so as you can see, I've knotted my running string, that's this one, around all of the center strings. Now, in a normal bracelet where you're doing this style of straight line with running strings, you're going to, generally speaking, reverse course. And you're going to alternate which string you tie around which. However, I'm just trying to create a texture, not necessarily to create a pattern. So instead of doing that, I'm going to flip over my whole bracelet so that once again, that's on the left. Now, when we flip it over, let's see, because it's the first row, it's hard to tell. You can see that you're seeing the back of your knot where you have those 2 little knots. So that, the regular side that creates the stitch, and then the back that creates those 2 sort of running horizontally is what creates this pattern. Or should I say this texture. And you can see that is literally the center strings running through create those curved ribs. So you get this sort of really pretty ribbed bracelet. So now we're simply going to repeat what we did before. We have this on the left again, and we're going to forward knot it around each of these. So we completed the second row, and you can see that pattern beginning to form. So just flip it over and knot again like you did in your first row. Once again, you're taking it from the left and forward knotting your running thread or string or whatever you want to call it twice around each thing. Well, it's one forward knot. It's two what you would traditionally call a knot. So 2 times around. And like that. And then the next one. And that is the final knot of your 3rd row. And once again, you flip it and continue. Now, I'm not going to keep on showing you this process, but you can see it beginning to form. So you're going to just keep on going with this process, forward knotting an entire row and then flipping over your bracelet and forward knotting the next row until your bracelet is complete. You can see the beautiful, beautiful design that the gradiated bracelet makes. And here you can see I tried it with a tie-dye string as well. I do have a separate tutorial for how to finish off your bracelet this way with a clasp and a ribbon crimp, but basically I just hot glued the edge, attached the ribbon end, and attached a clasp to it. These are so much fun to make and to wear, and if you want more cool ideas for friendship bracelets that look really mature and sophisticated and are easy to make, check out my blog, momsandcrafters.com, as well as the other videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure to follow me if you want more videos like this, and comment below what types of videos you'd like to see next or which bracelet designs you want to see more of.